An arrogant European mining engineer sneers at a collection of polished, ancient African warrior blades. He confidently strikes the native blade with his own English steel, expecting it to shatter. Instead, the European sword snaps in two, leaving a clean, perfect cut on the metal. The secret lies in a roaring, subterranean fire built from a highly classified thermodynamic design. Before Europe's Industrial Revolution, the Haya steelmakers of Tanzania mastered the physics of carbon steel. In the early colonial era, European authorities outlawed the construction of these sacred, roaring furnaces. They claimed the local smelting process was primitive and ordered all native workshops destroyed immediately. But the colonial officers did not understand the advanced science hidden inside the clay walls. For generations, Haya master smiths guarded a brilliant metallurgical secret that outperformed Western industrial manufacturing. An underground resistance of science began, preserving the ancient smelting flame in the deep forests. The Haya engineers designed a unique conical furnace using clay harvested from local termite mounds. This specific clay possessed high refractory properties, allowing it to easily withstand extreme, blazing temperatures. Beneath the furnace, they dug a deep pit and filled it with charred swamp reeds. These reeds acted as a carbon source, diffusing carbon into the iron during the melt. But their true breakthrough was the preheating system, a concept Europe had never yet conceived. They inserted long, handcrafted ceramic blowpipes, known as tuyères, deep inside the hot furnace base. Valveless leather bellows forced fresh air through these pipes, heating it before entering the fire. This simple yet brilliant thermodynamic loop recycled the furnace's own heat, multiplying the chemical energy. The preheated air created turbulent flow, maximizing oxygen mixing and intense combustion inside the chamber. This raised the internal temperature to a scorching 1800 degrees Celsius, a metallurgical marvel. For centuries, Western historians claimed that ancient Africa had never developed any advanced scientific technologies. They insisted that premium carbon steel could only be manufactured using complex, modern European machinery. Colonial administrators flooded the African market with cheap, inferior imported British and German iron products. This calculated economic warfare forced many local Haya smiths to abandon their sacred iron trade. Traditional knowledge began to fade, disappearing into the memories of a few aging Haya elders. Western colonial schools taught African children that their ancestors had never achieved any metallurgical breakthroughs. But the physical ruins of ancient furnaces remained, buried beneath the fertile soil of Tanzania. In the late 20th century, an American anthropologist arrived to investigate these strange earthen mounds. Peter Schmidt expected to find simple, crude smelting pits used only for basic iron toolmaking. Instead, his chemical analysis of the slag revealed the presence of high-grade carbon steel. The global scientific community reacted with deep skepticism, refusing to believe the archaeological laboratory results. To prove the technology, Schmidt asked the Haya elders to rebuild a working smelting furnace. The elders gathered the sacred clay, built the structure, and lit the ancient smelting fire. Skeptical Western metallurgists placed electronic temperature probes inside the clay chamber to monitor the heat. As the bellows pumped, the internal temperature skyrocketed far past the limits of basic furnaces. The probes registered incredible temperatures that matched Europe's late 19th century large industrial steel factories. The preheating design worked perfectly, confirming that the Haya had indeed invented this advanced system. The persistent myth of African scientific and technological inferiority collapsed in one single day. Chemical analysis of the new steel proved it was harder than typical European imported iron. Europe's arrogance was completely shattered by the thermodynamic genius of an ancient East African civilization. The Haya carbon steel story rewrote the history books, forcing a global, permanent scientific correction. It proved that African societies practiced advanced, complex experimental physics and chemistry 15 centuries ago. Today, Kagera's children learn how their ancestors engineered thermodynamics long before the Western Industrial Age. The sacred tree where the furnaces were built stands as a monument of ancient science. It serves as a silent reminder of a technology colonial powers actively attempted to erase. But the carbon steel of the Haya endures, preserved in museum vaults and oral stories. Their legacy remains a testament to African intellectual independence, resistance, and sheer scientific brilliance. True power is not defined by colonial conquerors, but by the fire of human innovation. The ancient bellows may have quieted, but their great metallurgical genius will never be forgotten. Subscribe to Throne and Dust to uncover more hidden science and history of ancient Africa.